All right, so here's a quick video on the OMT, Orion Motor Tech pressure bleeder. I was looking into pressure bleeders and the Motive one came up a lot, and then I went to Amazon and the reviews seemed really negative for like the recent reviews. And I did a little bit more research, and some people were saying in the past like year or two that company Motive was sold off, and since then the quality control has kind of gone downhill. So saw another YouTube video and some guy recommended this. Another positive is with this adapter I got for Toyota's 2006 Tundra. They don't thread in. It's more of just a pressure fit. So with this adapter, it fits directly onto what comes from the factory with the Orion, versus the Motive. I believe you have to get some fittings, which isn't a big deal, but it's just another thing you have to do. So yeah, I'll link these products, but I'm just gonna build up pressure. And I already tested this dry. This has fluid in it, you can't really tell, but I already tested this dry and it held 15 psi for like 5 minutes and didn't drop. So always a good idea to test these dry in case there's a leak, because you don't want fluid to spray everywhere. So it's pretty simple. You just put this on here, and I cleaned out the inside of this. I didn't clean out the outside of it, but I cleaned it out. And then you put this on here, and then you just put the pin through there. So it's pretty simple. And then just as a precautionary measure, I'm gonna put a few rigs around there, because it didn't leak on my test, but I'd hate for it to spray everywhere. And then I'll make sure I can still see a little bit the level, and then the quick connect goes straight on there. So that seems pretty good. And now we'll start building up pressure. So slowly going up. Check here, no leaks or anything. And we're just gonna go to 15 or maybe slightly less. So just a little bit more, and that should be good. So now I'm going to go around. They included a catch bottle. So I'm gonna start at the LSPV for this truck, and then I think it goes, I'll double check, but I think it goes passenger rear, driver rear, and then passenger front, and then driver front. So I'm at the back at the LSPV, and that just hooks right in, and then got this hanging from here. Not sure if you can tell. Oh yeah, there you go. There is a steady stream of bubbles coming out. So it was definitely a little bit more at first, but looks like there's a good amount of air in the system here. All right, I got the LSPV done. Something I did notice with this fitting is this must be letting in air or something, because there was a continuous flow of bubbles that just wouldn't stop. So what I did is I took that off, and then I was able to just put it directly on the fitting. And then once I did that, there was a few more bubbles, but then they stopped. So I suspect this was letting in some bubbles and making it look like there was some air in the system when there actually wasn't. So now I'm on the passenger side rear. So we'll crack this. Yeah, this way. And don't want it too loose. But this is a new wheel cylinder, so it might take some time for the fluid to get here, because a lot of it drained out of the lines. We'll just wait a second. Oh, there we go. Once you get that air out of there. So still on the passenger side rear. It's not, there we go. But just showing all the air's out. I am trying to do like a full system flush, so still allowing the fluid to go out. Probably let it go maybe to like the top of the label, and then we'll go over to here. And what I've been doing is just checking up on this pressure level. So we can see it's down to like 11 or so. So just give it a few pumps. Now it's back up to 15. Everything is still good here. You can see like the level move. The level is still at the top, and then can't really tell in here, but the level on here definitely dropped. It's like right here now, and it started around here. So definitely working. And then this is kind of common sense, but best way to disconnect this is of course close up your bleeder, but put this down and then carefully take this off. Carefully take it off, and then all the fluid will just drain back in here. So the level is starting to get a little bit low, and the last thing I want to do is get air in the master cylinder, because I'd kind of undo all the work I did. So to depressurize the system, they give you this little wrench. Use it. There we go. And then let's see, all that pressure came out. So I'll just add it all. I'm gonna cut the video just because I don't want to spill brake fluid, but should be good. And then we'll get this. And there we go, right at 15. So now we'll go do the front. All right, so now we're at the front right, or the front passenger side. So we're gonna crack this loose. My light fell, but yeah, I'll crack that loose. Maybe a little bit more, and then it's really hard to see on camera, but there's the fluid coming out. Surprisingly, not too much. Oh, there's the air. Yeah, I replaced that brake line up there, so yeah, should be some air. Okay, just got done, and I used two 32-ounce bottles, so 2 quarts or 64 ounces. It was like the perfect amount with a little bit left over. What I did, because I didn't want to suck it out, I mean, I do have a vacuum pump, but I didn't want to get it out, is once the actual pressure bleeder started getting low on fluid, I watched this real closely, and because usually it's up here, like above the max level, and I was being lazy and I didn't want to get something to suck it down. So I opened one of the bleeders and I allowed it to bleed with the power bleeder being out of fluid until it gets down to that max level. Now you gotta be really careful when you do that, because if somehow you get distracted or something and there's no fluid in your power bleeder and then you flush all of it out, that'd be a problem. But it's not a problem since I was watching it closely. But yeah, just take the pin out, take that out. There we are. Okay, I had to grab a little tool to get that back in there correctly, because you don't want to get any dirt or anything in there with your fingers. And then put the cap back on, and it's done. I mean, this was super easy. First time using something like this. I was filming during it, but if I wasn't filming, probably could have done this in 20-30 minutes easy. Now I just gotta take it apart and clean it, which will be annoying.